The Chicago Bears have placed wide receiver Dante Pettis on IR and have cut wide receiver Joe Reed. So now let's talk about these moves and also talk about what this means for the return positions, both punt and kick return for the Bears for this upcoming season. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to talk about these latest moves. So if you are a Bears fan, please do subscribe to the channel, guys. It is the best way to support me by far. Please hit the bell notifications so you're notified every time I drop a new video, guys. All right, let's get into this here. So, again, as I mentioned, the Bears have placed Dante Pettis on IR. So, what does that mean? That means that Dante Pettis' season is now officially over, okay? The rule is before cut day, if you place a guy on IR before the season begins, he is no longer eligible to play for the season. So, again, if you place a guy on IR during the season, then he can return after a certain time period. But before the season, effectively their season's over. So Dante Pettis, hadn't been able to practice, was on the NFI list. So again, it's just something where I guess it was inevitable for the Bears and he was just not going to be healthy. It's a bummer because I like Dante Pettis quite a bit. And last year with the Bears, played all 17 games, started 7 of them, and had 19 catches for 245 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, those aren't impressive numbers by any means, but he is a reliable 5th, 6th receiver on the roster who, again, is also versatile because he can give you return duties, all right, as a punt and kick returner. And that, to me, is the biggest loss here, is because now the question is who is going to be the return man, right? Who is going to be the guy taking back punts and kicks? And Dante Pettis was a guy you could literally just plug back there and he was solid at that. And now he's not going to be there anymore. So clearly, who is that guy? Well, the first guy that comes to your head is probably Velus Jones Jr., right? But Velus has his own issues, his own demons with regards to certainly returning punts. And we've seen him muff a bunch of them last season and even during preseason this year. So can you really feel comfortable with him? And then the other guy to look at is rookie wide receiver Tyler Scott, who actually did return punts and kicks during the 3rd preseason game against the Bills. So he's certainly a guy the Bears will take a look at. Other than that, could it be a Dory's Fountain, again, who's on the Bears roster as of right now? Again, we'll see how the roster shakes out as far as the 53. I think DJ Moore's done it as well, but I don't want DJ Moore back there as well at all with, the punishment that you take as a kick and punt returner. So to me, honestly, what I think ends up happening is they start the season giving Velus probably the first shot at it with regards to punt return duties, maybe even kick return, but certainly punt return duties. And then if he, again, is not able to produce and he, muffs a punt or he messes up, he's not able to track him down, I think they move over to Tyler Scott. And again, Tyler Scott's a rookie, so he's not that dependable. But if Tyler Scott is not able to, again, hold on to the job and is able to, go ahead and be reliable, then I think you got to look elsewhere in terms of the waiver wire and just get a straight up return man through that, because maybe you just don't have it on the roster at this point. All right, so I think Velus and Scott are the 2 guys that the Bears will give shots at. And if they're not able to do it, then, you got to go ahead and look elsewhere. And Scott had a nice 55-yard return against the Bills. That was a kick return. So, again, he, I believe, has got some good potential there, and I think he could be solid at it. But, again, that's what they have to do. They have to go ahead and look elsewhere if those 2 guys can't produce. Now, the other guy that was cut today was Joe Reed. Not a big deal here. He's a 5th-round pick from the Chargers. And to me, the wide receiver room, how it's shaking out right now, is essentially you've got, obviously, your 3 starters in Moore, Mooney, and Claypool. I think now Equanimeous St. Brown is on the roster as well. I think Tyler Scott's going to make the roster, obviously. And then Velus Jones Jr. is going to make the roster. I think that's 6 guys you're carrying, so you don't have to worry about that 7th guy that would have been Pettis or ESB or anything like that. So I think it's 6 receivers the Bears will carry, which is a good number. And I think that's how things are going to shake out for the Chicago Bears. Again, they have other guys, like I mentioned, a Dory's Fountain. Maybe he makes the team. But to me, most likely it will be those 6 guys. So that's where I think the Bears are at right now. So let's see how things shake out. But again, a lot of things could change before or I guess after we find out the official 53-man roster. So let me know what you guys think about this, man. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always.